going to be making a vase and some flowers today. I thought it would be nice to have some flowers that I couldn't kill. So I've got this lovely IntoResin mould, and this is the vase mould. Selection of flower moulds, some oasis for a bit later, and I think I'll do a little butterfly as well. So let's pop some of this to one side for a minute, and we'll start off with the vase. So I've mixed up some of the ResinRockers 1:1 epoxy resin, and I'm going to add to that some of the Arteza mica powder. This is the Bubblegum Glow. So I thought I'd keep the vase fairly simple and then use colour for the flowers. So let's pop a fair amount of that in there and then get that mixed in. That's all nicely mixed in now, so we're just going to do straightforward pour. I'm just going to pour it nice and slowly, just letting it find its own way into all those details. So we'll just get this one topped up, and then we can move on to the flowers. It does take quite a bit, this mould. I think I mixed up 500 ml, so nearly to the top now. So it doesn't take quite 500, got a little bit left there. Just going to give that a quick little spritz on the top with some 99% alcohol. We'll pop that to one side, and then we can move on to the flowers. I think I'll use that leftover bit of resin in the butterfly mould, so I'm just going to give that a little squirt with some 99% alcohol first, and then fill up this gorgeous butterfly. So that's that one poured. Still got a little bit left. Right, so let's do some of these flowers next. For the centres of the flowers, I'm going to use some mica powder, the ResinRockers in the brown and the gold. So I think I'll do some in brown. Let's see, which one should we do in brown? Let's do that one in brown, and maybe that one in the brown, and then I think we'll do, let's do this one in the gold. Pop a bit more in there, and I think we'll do, let's use a smaller brush for these ones. Let's do this one in gold, and I think we'll do these two as well. So that one there, and then that one there, and oh, let's do one of these in gold, and then the other two in the brown. That one and that one. Right, okay. So next, I've mixed up some more resin and split that into some pots, and I've got a mixture of some mica powders and inks here. So let's start with the Azure Blue from ResinRockers. Let's pop some of that into there, and then get that one mixed up. And I think we'll do that in that one. So I'm just going to give that a quick little spritz with some 99% alcohol, and then pour that one in. So that's that one done. Right, next let's do the orange alcohol ink. Pop some of that into there. Get that one mixed in. And I think we'll do this one in that one. So same again, just going to give that a little squirt with some 99% alcohol and pour that one into that one. Lovely. Right, next let's do the Rolio, and this is Californian Poppy. Let's pop some of that into that one there and get that one mixed in. And I think we'll do this one in this one here. I'm not going to fill up these moulds fully, these three here, because they're quite thick and I don't need them that thick. So I think that would do for that one. And next let's do, what should we do next? Let's do this is Teal by Rolio. Pop some of that one into there and get that one mixed up. And I think we'll do this large one with the teal. So I'm going to pop some of that into there. And I think with this one, I think I'm going to add a bit of clear as well. Just let that do its own little thing in there. Right, let's just top that one up just a fraction. That will do, I think. Right, which one should we do next? Let's do let's resin mica powder in sky blue and get this one mixed up. And I think we'll do the blue in this one, but these have got little marks there, little holes for sticks. So I'm going to place my stick in there first. Let's get that down into there. Get that wedged in there. I think I need to prop the other end up. Let's just pop something at the other end of that stick. There we go. And then we'll just give that a quick squirt with some 99% alcohol. And then pop that lovely blue into that one. Just scrape out my pot there. I think I need to add a bit of clear to this one. Just get the rest of that out first. And then I'll top that one up with the clear. Lovely. Right, so that's that one done. So next let's do, this one's the same. This one has a little groove for the stick. So let's do this one as well. I can rest on the thing I've got at the back there. So what should we do with this one? Let's do dark magenta, I think. And pop some of that into there. Get that mixed in. And then same again, a little squirt with some 99% alcohol. And get this one filled up. Just scrape out my pot there. I think this one's going to need topping up with some clear as well. Right, let's just add a bit of clear in there. So that's that one. Right, we've got 3 left. So let's do, what have we got left? We've got the orange alcohol. So let's pop some of that into that one. Get that one mixed up. And I think we'll use this one in this one here. So we're going to fill that one up with the orange. I think that one could do with just a little bit more, so I'm just going to add a bit of clear to that one. Just top that one up. And then finally we've got this one here. So what have we got left? Let's do the medium purple. Yes, let's do that into this one. Pop some of that into there. Oh, did I do that one in purple? Oh, I've already done purple, haven't I? Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if we have two, does it? No. Let's do that in this one, I think. Pop that into there. And again, with these ones, I don't want these filled right up, so I think that would probably be okay for that one. Just use up that last little bit there. Right, okay, so that's that one. Oh, I'm running out of space here. I'll pop that over there. Right, so lastly, we've got this one. So let's use the bright yellow mica powder for this one. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Right, let's pop some of that into there. Get that one mixed up. Give that one a quick spritz with some 99% alcohol, and then pop that into there. You thin mold that one. I think I'll use some of that yellow in that one as well, actually. Just pop some of that into there. Lovely. Let's pop a bit in that blue one as well. Just a tiny bit. Right, okay, so just going to give them all a quick little spritz now with the 99% alcohol. Pop any bubbles that might be on the surface there. Oh, I need to take some of that out of that one. Right, so we'll leave these all to cure, and then I'll see you back in a little while. These have all cured up now, and with the leftover resin I poured the little turtle, so let's see how he's looking. It's all right, isn't it, with the leftovers? Right, let's do the butterfly next. Pop this one out. Lovely. Right, let's get these flowers out next. So, oh, I like that. That's pretty. I like that one. Next one. Lovely. And a little blue one. It's pretty. And this one. That's nice. And we can add some extra bit of details to these in a minute. Lovely little flowers. Beautiful. And that one, oh, that's come out quite nice, isn't it? Right, let's do these two next. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. A bit of dog hair on there. Right, let's get this one out. Oh, that one's nice. I like that one. Right, let's do the vase next. Let's just pop these over to one side. Right, let's see if we can get this one out. I'll probably have to do this off camera, actually. I think I need my belly to do this one. So I'll get this one out and then I'll be back in a minute. That's the vase all out now. I did have to use some soapy water to get that out. But isn't that so beautiful? I love that mould. Nice and deep as well. Right, so next I think we need to get these flowers on their sticks. So I'm going to use some of the Green Stuff World instant glue and a bit of super glue activator spray. That just speeds up the glue. So I'm going to put a drop of glue on there, hold that into place, give that a quick squirt with the activator spray. So that's our first one done, and I've chopped down one of the sticks into two smaller ones, so I think that would be better for this little diddy one here. So a bit of glue, give that a squirt, hold that into place. So that's that one. Right, so I'll finish all the rest off and then I'll be back when they're all on their sticks. That's all my flowers on sticks now, and I have just used a green acrylic pen just to cover the sticks. So I'm going to start off using a chrome marker pen. This is the Let's Resin chrome marker pen, just to add a bit of detail. So we'll start with the butterfly. I'm just going to add a bit to the tips of the wings here. So I'm going to do that on both sides. So a bit there and a bit on that side there. Just finish off that edge there. So let's just pop a little bit more there. So that's that one done. And then with the flowers, I'm going to be using some of the Pebeo gilding wax in gold. And I'm just going to dry brush this on. So I'm just going to pop a bit on my brush and then wipe the majority of that off on a cloth. And then I'm just going to brush over the tops of the flowers and just highlight some of that detail in there. Pop a bit more on that one. So that's that first one done. And then same with all the others. So I'll probably just pop you on a quick fast forward while I'm doing this, because I'm just going to be doing the same thing. So that's all my flowers finished. Looking so much nicer with that extra bit of gold on there. Right, so let's get these into the vase now. I'm going to use the block of Oasis to hold them in place, and that doesn't fit in there. So I'm just going to use the top of the vase to mark where I need to cut. So that's what I need to chop off. I'm just going to use one of these tool things to do that. Chop that bit off there. And then same on the other side. And then we can squish that down into the vase and then start adding our flowers. Oh, and I did add some of the gilding wax to the butterfly as well, so that's looking really pretty. Right, so let's get some of these flowers put in. So I'm just going to push them down into the Oasis. And while I'm doing this, I'll just quickly mention that today's video is part of the Friendship Express train, and it was organised by myself and Susie from Serendipity Creations, Tina from Pour Resin with Love, and Amy from Resonating Art by Amy M. And there will be a playlist in my description box. So feel free to check that out and have a good old binge watch. So some of these stems need cutting down a bit, so I'm just going to use a pair of snips and chop some of those bits off the bottom there. Don't want them all at the same height. Just chop a bit off of that one, pop that one back in. And what should we have next? Let's have this one next. Let's just take a little bit off of the bottom of that one. I'm definitely no flower arranger, so I might just have to have a little fiddle around with these and see where they look the nicest. Right, let's put, I think that one needs a taller one in there. Let's put this one, let's put the butterfly in the back there. Let's pop that in there. It's better. Sorry, you can't see that very well. So that's how it's looking at the moment. So I'll just finish off putting the rest of these in. Let's have one, let's have one in there. Down there, and let's have one, let's chop a bit more off that one, pop that one in that side, and then these last few ones can go in the front. See if I can squeeze that little one in there maybe. And then these last two down in this front bit here. One there and one in there. And then I've got a few bits of extra greenery that I can pop into the back. So let's pop a bit of that there. And same again on the other side. Let's pop a bit down into there. And then I've got these other little bits here. So let's put that down into this side here, I think. Pop that down into there. And another one on the other side. And then I've got a couple of these that can go at the back. So let's just slot a couple of those in there. One there. And one there. And let's just put this last little bit down into, let's put it this side, down into there. So that's my vase and flowers all done. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
The sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors right, crafting algae day and night, floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, mix 'em up a shade of blue, pour it slow with careful hand. Let's start resin in the land. Resin magic on the houseboat, turning plastic into gold. Little trinket, shiny new, crafted just for me and you. From a simple